It was called Camp Cancer. We were billeted in tents. They were climate controlled, so we did have heat. We did have air conditioning. It was an Army camp that was surrounded by oil refineries and also a cement plant. And there were also the typical ambient air issues of Kuwait from winter to summer. And we were just kind of surprised that they billeted us there. Sure. So my buddy, I would consider a subject matter expert. He had what's called Draeger tubes, and he had a Draeger tubes, and he also had a way of testing a little hand pump on days that were particularly bad, and other days he sampled several different tests over several days, as I recall, and they showed the presence of benzene and other volatile organic compounds at very, very high levels, well above the minimum daily exposure rates that we should have been exposed to. Yes, that's correct. To clarify, these tests were very high, and they showed what we were breathing day in and day out at this camp, benzenes and other volatile organic compounds. This isn't to account for just the regular particulate matter or the cement or even the hydrogen sulfide. I don't believe we had tests for that, but again, it was every day we lived, breathed in, and those were on quote unquote good days. We had even worse days than that. Thank you. That's a great question. We tried our protective masks at first and realized, because my buddy is a subject matter expert, that they were not going to filter through any of these particulates. They were not going to filter any of these other volatile organic compounds. The protective masks issued to the military, as you well know, are for chemical biological warfare. So that there was nothing issued to us. There was no official policy, and it didn't happen for anyone who was living on site. There was nothing official, everything other than our off-site convoys. We lived on site, we worked on site, we slept on site, and we spent the majority of our time on site. They did. It was a challenge. I think I was probably one of the first ones to make these types of claims, specifically with Ashweba or Camp Spearhead. It took about a year and a half, and initially I was denied with my claim. And then when I did put the documents back in, it took about a year and a half, like I said, and there was actually a notation from a doctor at our local hospital that specifically mentioned the environmental issues at Camp Spearhead, and he specifically said that I was awarded service connection for my asthma because of Camp Spearhead, and it was Gulf War related. Yes, numerous service members were sent home for respiratory and other issues during our deployment. And I don't recall the numbers. My friend would remember more. Yes, service members were sent home specifically for respiratory and other issues by being billeted there for the times when we were billeted. And also, since coming home, I've kept in touch with several of them, as has my friend. And some have developed cancers. One friend has brain cancer. Another one has liver or kidney cancer. He's terminal. It's just hard to talk about because they're friends of yours. So yes, my friend's kept in touch, as have I, with several of the people we were there with. Some are service connected, and I think it's common for many service members when they get home, they just want to move on with their life. They don't want to, deal with these issues. Some of them are definitely service connected. Some are trying to get service connected, and one of the major challenges is with Camp Spearhead is there's nothing specific right now with the VA that says these specific cancers or breathing issues or other problems are specifically related to Camp Spearhead. It's more of a theater-wide issue that with claims. Absolutely. I actually found him in, I believe it was a VFW magazine. His name is Dr. Ellis, and I think the website is ellisclinic.com. He's in Oklahoma City. And he does an independent evaluation. You send your records to him, and he looks through them, or he has people look through them. Then they do an independent evaluation. And I believe it really helped me with my service compensation go up from a lower compensation to a higher compensation. And it's not about the compensation. It's about getting the VA to say, yes, you are service connected for these things that you've been fighting for sometimes for years. Yes, I'm a huge advocate for other veterans. I don't care what service you were in. I don't care, those types of things don't matter to me. I'm a huge advocate for you to get help, for you to get over whatever stigma you may be dealing with or whatever the issue is. Go get help. Be proactive, engage the VA, find a good veteran service officer, use your environmental, they have OEF and OIF coordinators at the larger VA hospitals. Go contact them, take your records with them, and they will be your best advocate, as will the veteran service officers. And just keep fighting, because it's not going to get any better. It's a pretty emotional issue. I just really feel for other service members who have died because of their exposures, because of their service-connected cancers and other things. And I just I am hopeful that we can move this forward and get my fellow service members and veterans help before they pass away. Thank you so much.